Single homeless people tend to be people with multiple issues, primarily substance abuse and mental health issues.
You have men and women, individuals who are homeless. And those are usually individuals you may see out on the streets, that may have drug and alcohol problems.
You're very vulnerable when you're sleeping on the street. You're very vulnerable if you're sleeping in a shelter.
They're active on drugs or active on, alcohol. A lot of abandonment issues in their life, history of poverty. A lot of them have had mental health issues. We have one guy that's here every day. He was a practicing attorney for 20 years. Very successful. He's homeless now because of mental health issues.
I think there's a lot of stereotypes about homelessness and why somebody might be homeless.
The homeless, they drink a lot.
And so at the same time that students might complain about the cost of living in Boston, they might not be making that connection with the homeless person that they see, and they may see the homeless person as, oh, they're just lazy or they don't work, and not realizing that actually trying to find an apartment and the difficulty students are having with that is very closely related to what is going on with the homeless. The homelessness issue is not just a single male issue, that it's actually that there's a huge problem with family homelessness. It's just that it's less visible.
We have those who are homeless who are in family shelters. We are in 16 shelters funded by the Department of Transitional Assistance to provide housing search specifically for those families.
Family homelessness is something that they're not seeing when they're walking around the area of here downtown, but it's actually a huge issue in Massachusetts. And so we try to make sure that every service project we go on, whether it's to Cradles to Crayons or Boston Rescue Mission or St. Francis House, that they're really not just doing the service, but that they're really learning a little bit more about the issue.
The average person who seeks treatment is about mid-30s. So you've got 35 years of living here that have probably contributed to their condition. You need to get at that stuff, and that takes time.
We identify the barriers that they may face that will keep them from going into housing. We'll sit down with them and we'll develop what they call a self-sufficiency plan that goes over what they need to do to get into housing.
So our major rehabilitation program is 14 weeks long, Monday through Friday, and it's pretty intense. And at the end of that, the person has a much better idea of what they need.
Now, once we stabilize someone, get them in a house, or keep them from being evicted from a home, we have a stabilization program, which we'll work with the families for up to a year. We try to improve if they need a better job, we refer them to job services.
But we also, because through our rehabilitation program, see a lot of people move up and out of homelessness and on their feet, and they come back and they're volunteers, and they come back and they provide jobs for other people.
We're very proud of the fact that we don't turn anyone away. My motto to my staff is, everyone that walks through this door, we need to service them in some way.
Well, the key features of what St. Francis House does is we never close the door on anybody. And I've been working with people here for 12 years, and they still come in to say hello and tell me how they're doing, and sometimes they come in for help. That's the key to it, long-term support.
I would like to see a little more tolerance, more understanding, and just people need to stop and think, that could be me. And when I think about the attorney who had a very successful career, I bet when he graduated from law school, passed the bar exam, he never thought he would be sleeping on the streets. You could be walking past someone and they might be considering committing suicide, and you smiling and saying hello could change somebody's life. So tolerance is something I would love to see from all of us in the future.